Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on something I've been wanting to do for a long time, W.I.T.C.H. Now, I think a lot of us know what W.I.T.C.H was. It was a comic book series that had spawned countless of merchandises, t-shirts, toys, comic book series, and even a TV series. Now, I have read some of the comic books on the internet, and I had watched the TV series as a kid. Now, the premise of the story is about Will, who is the new kid in school. At the same time, she meets her new friend, Irma, who's the tomboy, Haylin, who's kind of like the part of the comedy relief and all that. Tarani's the smart one, and Cornelia more of the kind of fashion girl type. Now, at the same time, it turns out Irma's grandmother used to be a part of a team called the Guardians. At the same time, they once patrolled Meridian and are given the Heart of Kandrakar. The Heart of Kandrakar allows them to transform into their Guardian forms. Now, at the same time, Will and the others have to use their new abilities to take on Prince Phobos and his army of monsters, goblins, and other things. Now, the premise of, mainly for Season 1, is meant to be about the girls taking on Prince Phobos, who has turned Meridian into his own darkish nightmare. At the same time, he has Cedric, who is a snake guy, and voiced by the same actor, known as who voiced Brainiac in Lego Batman 3, and Teacher Squat in Dawn of the Croods. Now, mainly you also have Miranda, voiced by Grey Delisle, who can turn into a spider form at will. Now, the premise of the series is meant to be the girls learning about their abilities. Irma has water. Irma has water. Will controls quintessence, which is energy form. Haylin has wind abilities. Tarani has fire, and Cornelia has earth. Now, the premise of the show is about them helping the rebellion, which are kind of like a small resistance group, with their friends Caleb, Matt, and even Blanc, at the same time having to deal with problems at home, and even having to deal with things at Meridian. The premise of the series is about them finding the lost princess of Meridian, which turns out to be Cornelia's friend Elian. Now, at the same time, Cedric and Phobos are able to manipulate her into joining them. Now, mainly the premise of the show is about the Guardians eventually trying to defeat Phobos. At the same time, they are having to deal with things like trust issues, about being part of the team, kind of like that typical stuff. Much better than what Wings Club did, in my opinion. Now, what's also interesting as well is that by the end, Prince Phobos is defeated and everything is go back to normal. But for Season 2, the girls have to now deal with Nerissa, who in this time recruits all of Phobos' past generals and turns them into the Knights of Vengeance. At the same time, each of them have a dinner against the Guardians, and at the same time the Guardians have to deal with Nerissa's plans and so on. Now, at the same time, it turns out Nerissa used to be the part of the leader of the original Guardians until she killed her friend Cassidy, which implied that they were lovers at some point, because Haylen's grandmother did say, didn't mean anything to you? And Nerissa replies, you don't know what she meant to me. Now, as a kid, I always thought it meant as being a friend, but it turns out, and confirmed by Greg Wiseman, that they were lovers. Now, at the same time, the girls have to deal with newer villains like the Knights of Destruction, which only appear for 1 or 2 episodes, and also have to deal with a final battle in the end. Now, what's interesting about W.I.T.C.H is, in the end, it's left on a cliffhanger, where a new teacher shows up and just leaves things on a cliffhanger after the girls access their main forms and save both worlds. Now, what's interesting is there was originally meant to be a Season 3 in the woodworks. There was even plans for it, even so on, but unfortunately there were a lot of complaints from the fandom. Not the TV show fandom, but the hardcore fans of it. And this reduced in the show cancelling after Season 2. Now, this caused some people to complain, mainly myself, because this was a good show that deserved a bit more of a chance. Now, I know a lot of people have been wanting it back. There's been a lot of fan sites about it. There's been a lot of talk about it coming back. But let's face it, it's been 11 or 10 years. Like 10 years. And I seriously doubt it will come back anytime soon. Now, really, this is down to the hardcore fans, in my opinion. Because we know deep down this isn't what they expect. But again, this is a TV show. It can't always be accurate. That's how we have changes in Young Justice, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, and other shows. Nothing can always stay the same. Now, even after the show ended, some of the voice casts have actually done pretty well for themselves. The voice actress for Tarani went to voice Rocket in Young Justice. Hey Lynn's voice actor went to voice Polaris in Wolverine and the X-Men. Cornelia's voice actress is doing other roles and such, even appeared in Two Broke Girls. Irma's voice actress had went to play in other shows like Pig, Goat, Banana Cricket, and also other things as well. Will's voice actress had also played a voice role in Tom and Jerry and the Lost Dragon. Now, what do I think of W.I.T.C.H in general, the TV series? This was the perfect show based on a girls' team. It has a mix of Sailor Moon mixed with Wings Club. This is what should have been, in my opinion, because you expect another season to be in the woodworks, but never happened. In general, a good thumbs up. In general, great. Comic Reviewer here, signing out.